Today, we got Child's Play to talk about. Child's Play 2019, the new rebooted Chucky film. I actually, off the bat, enjoyed this film. At first, I was like, yo, we need to talk about how Chucky looks. Like, what the hell is that? But I kind of didn't really care. I didn't really focus on the trailers. I didn't really watch a lot. I didn't really build up the story. I didn't build up the hype for this movie. I just wanted to go watch it, see what happens. You know, I did a double feature. I saw Toy Story 4, and then I saw Child's Play. So I was like, okay, one's about awesome toys having fun, and then one's about a killer toy having fun. And so basically what I wanted and expected from Child's Play was a fun kind of B-movie horror fest with some interesting turns and cool kills. And for the most part, I got what I wanted with a lot of humor thrown in there. I didn't expect it to be that funny. There is a lot of dark comedy in it, and there are some scenes that you're just like, oh, that's messed up. But besides having the humor, besides having the really gory kills and the scenes where you're just like, what's gonna happen, the suspense, it just felt a little flat. It wasn't like a resounding, like, oh, this is the horror movie of the year, or like, it wasn't a resounding, this is the best Chucky film ever. It didn't have any of those feelings at the end of it, but I did feel like I enjoyed the film overall. I give it like a 6 out of 10. My two favorite kills are awesome because they're very elaborate, but the person who's about to die has a choice on how they're gonna die, kinda, or has a choice of survival, which was really interesting and really fun to watch. What's most interesting though is how they do a psychological spin on Andy. You know, Andy's not a kid, he's kind of a teenager and he's introverted, he doesn't really want to hang out with people, he has a hard time making friends. So the young mom, played by Aubrey Plaza, which I enjoyed her performance as well. She's a very strong and defensive young mother, single mother, but she's dating this guy who's kind of a dick, but whatever, you'll find that out when you watch the movie. She gets a defective buddy child, which is really Chucky, and gives her to the kid to make him have a friend, and they form a bond. And it was really fun to see that bond because Chucky looks ugly. Like, Chucky doesn't look like cute. He looks weird. Like, he looks scary and creepy. But that's what makes this relationship so much more genuine and authentic, is that they form a relationship and a friendship, Andy and Chucky, where Chucky really cares for Andy and just wants Andy to be happy, and Andy finally has a friend who wants to make him happy and not be mean to him or pick on him. But there are some problems with Chucky that I won't go into for spoiler's sake, and he starts to kind of show his defects, and it gets a little violent, it gets crazy. So what kept me interested throughout all of it was that connection, you know, feeling for Chucky and feeling for Andy. And everything that Chucky does kind of makes sense. It's not like he's just an evil killer. Like, no, it makes sense what he's doing and why he's doing it, his reasoning. And that kept me going along the way. I think the first 2 acts were fine. I think the movie in total was fine. I think the way it was paced, it moved very quickly. I wasn't like ever bored, and I wasn't like, what's going on here? Like, why are we here? Everything kind of made sense to go here, to this, to get to that. It was paced well, written well as well. My only complaint is that sometimes the gore becomes numbing. Like, it's too much gore, not enough weight to the kills in some aspects. Especially in the end, it just kind of goes all haywire. I've heard some critics say they love the 3rd act and they hate the first 2. I actually like the first 2 acts more than I like the 3rd act. I think the 3rd act kind of goes bonkers and big, which is cool because there are some cool kills in that. But it's just like, how do you wrap this up? And the way they wrapped it up felt very abrupt. Like, it ends and you're just like, I don't know, I don't have any feelings about this anymore, you know? And so that was the one thing I didn't really like, the ending as much. And the ending didn't leave me with an overall sense of feelings or enjoyment. It's just kind of wrapped up and you're just like, oh, well, let's go home. And so the reason why I give it 6 out of 10 is because the first 2 acts were very interesting and creative and humorous and just entertaining to watch. And the 3rd act kind of goes big and haywire and just wants to give you all the kills you want to see. And it doesn't really wrap up perfectly. It's kind of messy the way it wraps up. And I just didn't feel like, wow, that was the best Child's Play, or like, wow, this is a horror movie everyone needs to see. I think if you're a fan of Chucky, then yeah, definitely see this, and I hope you enjoy it. It's not really that scary. There was maybe one time I jumped to a jump scare, but it's a jump scare what you want me to do. I will say that Chucky did look creepy at times, but they show him so much and they play on his face, they play like creepy stuff on him all the time that you get used to it. For example, there's a scene where Andy wants to scare the boyfriend of the mom, and he's telling Chucky to make all these crazy faces, and like that was a super funny and fun scene to watch of Chucky just trying to like like coordinate his face to look menacing because he's such a good guy at that time. And it's just really funny how they were able to pull it off, and it looked realistic, that you get comfortable with this creepy looking doll over time. And that's what I like about it, is that it's not just a plain doll. It's an ugly doll, but he's able to be likable because of his personality and because of how he treats Andy and how he cares for him. But overall, in terms of horror, it's not up there with the greats, and it's not down there with the worst. It's kind of in the middle, but I enjoyed it a little bit more than just a 5, so I give it a 6 out of 10. But Child's Play 2019, did you get to see it? Do you want to see it? What's your favorite Chucky film? Did Chucky scare you as a kid? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Alec Garza. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. I just dropped my Toy Story 4 review as well, so please check that one out and help me out by leaving a like, and I hope y'all have a great day. Cheers.